Hello, everybody, and welcome into HelenKennard.com. I'm Helen Kennard, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and tonight I've got a really cool card to show you how to make, and it's using some of our Soft Pastels. So if you haven't used it or don't know what I'm talking about, stay tuned so you can see how we used it in this card. So before I get started with that, I did want to tell you that July is going to be a very big month with Stampin' Up! And we have a lot of things going on. So starting tomorrow, we have a new online exclusives that are going to be available to you. Now, if you don't know how to find the online exclusives, you go to the online store. That's the only place you can find them. And scroll down on the left. And I think it says what's new. And then you'll see online exclusives. So go there because they have some beautiful Christmassy fall kinds of things that are going to be available for purchasing tomorrow. One of them is going to be a punch of it. It's one of those old red trucks, was what you see most of the time, and you'll be able to get that punch that goes with the stamp set, but it won't last long, so you want to go ahead and order early, because all of our bundles that have punches in it seem to sell out very quickly. So you want to go ahead and get your punch while you can. But they have several other things. One of them is a suite called the Sleigh Ride, I think. A beautiful stamp set, a beautiful pack of DSP, dies, and then little snowflakes, all in a suite. Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. So you do not want to miss anything on the online exclusives. It's not going to be in a catalog. You're going to have to go to the online store, which is linked to my Facebook Live and my YouTube channel. So just scroll down underneath this, and then you'll be able to go to the online store there. So that's one thing. We have a new kit that's going to be released tomorrow, and we're very, very excited about that. We have, oh my gosh, a clearance rack refresh. That's always so fun. So the other big thing that we have is Paper Pumpkin. And we're going to do some Paper Pumpkin tonight, but I'll show you that in just a minute. But you want to go ahead and become a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, because starting tomorrow, all of our refills, pass kits, and add-ons are going to be on sale. So you want to go ahead and get those while you can as well. But one of the biggest things that's happening tomorrow, starting tomorrow all the way through July, is our bonus days. And so for every $50 that you spend, you get a $5 coupon that'll come to you through email. And then in August, you collect all your $5 coupons off, and you get $5 off, and then redeem them in August. So that is amazing, especially with all this selling going on. The new kit, the new online exclusives, the clearance rack, the Paper Pumpkin, all of that going on the month of July. So you have lots of reasons to get your bonus days coupons, $5 coupon for every $50 that you spend. So if you have any questions about any of those, certainly let me know. But July is going to be a great month. I did want to show you with our next month, Paper Pumpkin Fun in the Sun is going to be a beachy theme, and you don't want to miss that either. This goes on sale July 10th. No, the 11th. So July 11th. So if you want this month's kit, you're going to have to subscribe before the 10th. Whew, I hope I got that right. You want Fun in the Sun is going to be orderable until July 10th. So you want to go ahead and get that. So that looks like a lot of fun, doesn't it? So this month we had let's see, Welcome In. Okay, let me move this. Now look at these cards. Y'all, this is just amazing. I love Paper Pumpkin. Let me see if I can get you on here. Isn't that just gorgeous? You get everything you need in your box, and you do not want to miss it. So if you missed this last month, then for sure, which is June, of course, starting tomorrow, it's going to be, if there's anything available, it's going to be on sale tomorrow, so you don't want to miss this. But these are absolutely gorgeous and so easy to make. If we have time, I'm going to try to fit these in tonight. So I'm not going to keep talking, or I'm going to talk as we go along. So don't miss it out on any of the sales that we have going on. And let's get started with our card for tonight. What I did was on page 41 of our new catalog is a card that looks like that. And Casing Tuesday, they have a challenge every week on Tuesdays, and they take a card out of the catalog and want you to case it. So you can do it exactly like it's in the book, or you can make it your own and change it up. So that's what I've done. I've used the layout of it, and mine doesn't look a whole lot like it in a way, because first of all, hey everybody. Oh, hey Diana, you're visiting your daughter in Charlotte. Oh, hey Char. Thank you so much for sharing, both of you. Thank you so much. But I did want to show you this card because it is different but kind of the same. So I did the first layer, I did emboss it using the 3D embossing, the basics 3D embossing. And then they use cardstock. I use designer series paper. And so I took a piece of this and cut it. And then I tried to mimic what they had done here, but you see the big flowers are down at the bottom, and then as you go up, it gets into smaller ones. Well, that's what I was trying to do here. 2 big and then 3 small, and then use the DSP in the background to kind of layer it all on. And then I made I'm calling these daisies, I hope that's what they really are, from the Paper Florist Dies. Remember, I've shown y'all this before, but I used this one to make that one, and this one down here to make this. So those are what I'm using here. And then this has 4 little centers. I put in the center to kind of go with the paper. So I made my own by doing it that way. So anyway, the in color jute, and that kind of went with it. So anyway, we're going to make this tonight real quick, and then it was a lot of fun. So the first thing that you're going to need, and again, the first thing that I did was I went to the paper. Let me show you. You know what I did. DSP. I went right here. Here's the DSP. And I started looking through all the colors that match this. And I took this piece of paper and I started lining up all the cardstock, going by this on what was going to go with it. So the Cajun Craze, and then this is the Boho Blue. Okay, so I'll have all the measurements on my I was going to say Facebook Live, on my website tomorrow. So go there for all the measurements. But so in this one, it was Cajun Craze, Boho Blue. So that's where I got these two from. And then again, the embossing folder that I used was the one that looks like flowers. And in the picture that I took to put on my website, you can see that a lot better. But it's just subtle in the background. So anyway, that's where I came up with the cardstock for this. And because it's dark on the inside, I put a piece of white. But one of the things that I noticed, and I hope you can see it, you can but can't. The white daisies, or the white flowers, whatever kind of flowers they are, has a real light shade of Boho Blue on them. And I wanted to do the same thing because it kind of, by the camera, it may look like all of it's white. But when you look at it, you can see that, there's Boho Blue that's shading it. So I did the same thing, and I don't know if you can see it too much on mine. You can see it a lot on this daisy. And this one a little bit. You can see the blue that I used my pastels. So what I did, this is our chalk, or our soft pastels is what we call it. Now, you can do so many things with these pastels. I think I've already showed you how to like watercolor with them, but tonight I'm using a sponge dauber to add color to it. So let me show you. Oh, don't tell me. No, here they are. Whew. All right. So let me show you how you do that. So I took two of the big flowers and, three of the smaller ones. And you use the dauber and just go over it. Now you want to make sure you're putting it on the correct side. So that's the back side. And the pastels give it a very subtle, soft, very soft color to it. So you kind of see it, but you kind of don't see it when you do it this way. But I wanted to add just a little bit of color. Can you see that? To it, to match the ones in the designer series paper. I used to, when we had pastels years ago, we did this technique all the time because you didn't want such harsh white, so you would just add a little bit of color to it. With cotton, I first tried looking for my cotton balls and could not find them anywhere. Okay, so those two are done. So now the small one. And could not find my cotton ball anywhere. So I'm going to have to keep looking. But actually, I think these daubers work better. You can get more on. As you can tell, you have to kind of add. to get much of a color that you can see, or at least with the blue anyway. Just keep adding color. Again, make sure you've got it on the correct side. We just had this huge thunderstorm roll through. I'm so thankful it's over. It's one of those that like rains and then it is back to normal. The sun's not out, but there, can you see how you can get the shade of blue on there? Just a real subtle thing. And my husband went and played basketball and he's home, so now I feel better about that. Because that was a bad storm. Thunder and lightning. All right. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to put these together with glue dots. And my pick tool, let's see, nothing there. Hey Naomi, hope you're doing okay. Woo-wee, this weekend was so hot, you guys, down at the river. One day, and I don't know if this is true or not, but our thermometer said it was 103. Ugh. It was almost, you know, take your breath away, so hot outside. And we have had so much what is it? Jellyfish that you can't like just jump in the water. Of course, there's not any until I get in, and then, you know, the jellyfish are everywhere. So I didn't get in. I'm a scaredy cat. But yeah. To cool off, I kept thinking, well, we just need to go and jump in the water and cool off. But oh my gosh, I'm too scared. Do you see how I'm kind of layering them so that they're across from each other, because you want it to be, you know, not all on top of each other. All right, then you take your little piece and I'm going to roll it up. Anybody go to any fireworks last night? I didn't. It was all I could do to keep my eyes open. You can tell you're getting old when you're ready to go to bed at 8 o'clock, right? There's one. Okay. So that's one of the small ones. Goes here with those two. Then these two. Last year, I used to have a stomach made out of rocks, you guys. I mean, nothing would get me sick on my stomach. But last year, it may have been the year before last, I've gotten more and more where things really bother, like motion sickness. And it's terrible. Car sick, boat sickness. And we went all the way to a town across the river. And it takes about 30 minutes or 45, somewhere around in there, to get there. Well, on the way there, the water was nice and smooth. And on the way back, it was very choppy. And we got right outside our little part of the water, and there it went, everything. It's like, I don't know. So I've started wearing one of those bands around your wrist that uses acupuncture, and I did so much better. Yeah, but I didn't want a chance going across the river to the, has everybody seen our chalks? That we call them our soft pastels, but they're a lot of fun. I'll have to break these back out and show y'all again some of the techniques that we used. All right, so I've showed you that. All right, I've already cut this out. Our base is just our normal base, 8.5 by 5.5, and scored at 4 1/4. Diana, do you go to the fireworks on base? I grew up going to those on base, and they're pretty awesome. Okay, that's my inside. All right, I wanted to show you how, so you know this is the embossing that I did. So I did want to show you that. I'm gonna, no, I'm not, before I put it on, I'm gonna go ahead. I wanted to show you how I cut these in strips. So I'm gonna need 5 layers. So again, from here up, this is 2 7/8 wide, and I'm going to cut these 5/8. So 4, 5. Okay, 4, 5. So they're not very big, but I'll need 5 of them. 5/8. And I like keeping them in order, so because then when you go to layer them or put them on your card, they'll match. 5/8. So that's 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I've got a little piece left over. I could put that down here, but I think I will. Just to add it. Oop, I dropped something. Here it is. Something to kind of tie it all together. It's pretty, huh? That paper. This is the Cheerful Daisies paper. All right. All right, so I use this grid paper to kind of show me about where I want to go. So I line it up with one corner and to the top, and the same thing here, so I know about where to put this, and then I used the bottom grids to kind of center it for me. Does that make sense? Let me get this out. Okay. And again, I'm using about two blocks. 2 blocks up and about a 1.5 block there. So I'm going to put my bottom and then my top using that same measurement. 1, 2. So I've got my top and bottom, so then I know how to fit these in. You know what I'm saying? So 1, 2. Trying to get the same 1, 2. Once you get the same distance between the two, then these should fall in place. Okay, 1, 2. And if they don't line up, it's okay because we're going to be covering them up with our daisies. Okay, good. I'll move this. They shine so much with the light on them. All right, so now, set right there. I forgot to stamp the greeting. I got the greeting from Ink and Tiled with lots of love, but you could put congratulations or, you know, just a note, any of that. I'm using Memento. Okay. Over here. Nice. So can you see that? Lots of love. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty scary to have a big old thunderstorm. You're right. Oh, you watch from your back porch. How cool is that? That's, yeah. I'm not about to go down and get into all of that traffic. Just layer that. We're almost done. All right, so now I'm going to put these two big flat. No, shoot, sat right there and forgot to put the jute on. Okay, let me see if I can figure out a way to do that. Woo. Saved by the bell. Yay. Okay. Now this is, I don't know if y'all have tried it. It's real thick. And I debated on whether or not to use it. But then once I put it on, I liked it. It's pretty easy to make bows with. Shoot. There you go. Now, why I remembered to do that is because the bow, we're going to try to fix it so that this is kind of through but under the bow. Let's see if you can see it through that one. All right, I'm going to put some mini dimensionals behind here because I don't want them up real high. We already have got a lot of depth to the card. Okay, so I'm going to put this under, kind of under the bow, like that. And then this one, can y'all see me? Kind of here, there. Okay, 2 down. These I'm not going to put with dimensionals, I'm going to put with glue dots. If I can find my glue dots. Do y'all see them anywhere? I'm probably looking right at them. Oh, here they are. Okay, put them back in there. Back where they belong. All right. See how they're all kind of going up like that? I'm going to try to keep that going so that they're all kind of, but I want this one, you know, to be showing up underneath it. There you go. What do you think? I like it. I like this card, and I like putting that in there too. I hope y'all like this one, but at least got to show you. Can you tell that the pastel, the flowers have the same light boho blue or blue in them? So they kind of match these. But anyway, I hope y'all like that. I'm going to try to make some of the paper pumpkin, because y'all, if you are not a member of Paper Pumpkin, you need to be. I'm serious. You know, you get, I'll get all this over here. You get everything that you need to make these cards. You get, let me show you. You get a stamp set. You get an ink pad, your adhesive, your embellishments, and colored directions that show you exactly how to do everything. So I've broken these down, so hopefully it won't take too long to put these together. But they're beautiful. Paper Pumpkin has just really come so far, and each month I am just so impressed with what, you know, the line of product and all of that. So this one, this is a lot of them. And look, I think my absolute favorite part of our kits or Paper Pumpkin is the envelopes. I love it. I can't wait to send this to somebody. Look, wouldn't that be beautiful to get in the mail? Cards, you know, just really mean a lot to begin with, but then to have it come in an envelope like that just really adds. See, and it comes with all the punch outs So all you have to do is put it together. Cool, cool, cool. So this one goes this way. Okay. Let me get all my directions here so I know. So I'm going to use the word welcome. Where is it? There it is. All right, take that off. And we're going to need this one and this one. There. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and stamp. There's a white vase. And we're going to stamp that with this. Let's see. Maybe. I am so weak. There. Okay. This is called a spot. This spot is Night of Navy. Love Night of Navy. I need something to be my very pretty. Do you see that? Okay, and then we need to put welcome on our banner. So that's all the stamping that we need to do. All right, so first thing we're going to do is put our background. Now what did I do with my... Look how easy this is so far. Okay. Okay, not that one, this one goes over here. This one's already got a design on it, so that leaves the vase. Look how beautiful this is. See how easy it is? Okay, now we're going to put this on. It goes on flat. like that. And then our welcome goes on with dimensions. And there we go. All right. Here are these. Put these on with my pick tool. There. Okay. One done. So easy and so beautiful. Okay. Next, I'm going to put him in here. Love these envelopes. Okay. Next one is here. Okay. This one's going to be an easy one too. It's got a bunch of pieces to it. Okay. Now look. The envelope matches this one. I love this Countryside and Designer Series paper. Okay. This one goes on flat. Goes all the way to the top. Okay. So now we need to stamp the greeting, which is thank you for your hospitality. And I love the font, here it is, of this. Now these are photopolymer, so you do want to have something up underneath them to give them that little extra that they need. Oh, look how good that is. See how easy that is? That just comes together so well. Now again, you know, our paper pumpkin's going to be on sale starting tomorrow, but you have to already be a member. That is so pretty. Okay, then we just need our little gems. I love these. Isn't that beautiful? It just goes together so easy. Okay, and this goes on with our big dimensionals. Anybody have it? Aw. Thank you, Naomi. And there you go. And card number 2 done. It's beautiful. Okay. And again, look how good this goes with the envelope. Okay, last one. Where is it? No, there it is. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so it's this one. Look at this one. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Oh, look, I've got everything everywhere. And look, see, it's already got everything already. All you have to do is just put it together, basically. This one looks like we have a little more stamping to do. Okay, so this goes down. Let me make sure I'm telling you the right thing. All right, let's stamp the base first onto this. Plenty of color. You just need to tap, tap, tap it. And in fact, if it's not real smooth, it's really okay, because it I think pottery is just like that, right? Yeah. Nice. Okay. So this goes on with dimensionals. And the Hello Friend goes on with dimensionals. Let me make sure this pot is sitting straight. There. And then, Hello Friend. And then some more dots, and we're almost done. Okay. This most fun part is putting the embellishments on, I think. Well, stamping's fun too, but you know what I mean. All right. So now this goes on. Let me make sure I'm telling you right. Okay. I want to show you. They have this. And these are strips, foam adhesive strips. And again, it comes with your kit, so you don't even have to have it. But you do have to kind of make it fit. One more, I think. No, two more. Easy, easy. And the instructions tell you exactly what you need to be doing, so you don't have to worry. And you know what? They have a video that helps you too. This is going to fit right on top of that. That's the other thing I love about Paper Pumpkin. Now, you know, this Paper Pumpkin had a add-on that was a set of dies, or a couple of dies that cut out the vase. So that's pretty cool. You don't want to miss that if you don't already have it. Okay. Just get it, you know, here and set it down, and then it all falls into place. Ooh, look how easy that was to put together. Okay, so that leaves adhering this. Of course, it's going to go in and then out. You don't have to do it that way. For some reason, that's what it wanted to do. Okay. And there we go. Ooh, beautiful. Okay. That's it, you guys. Wasn't that fun? Let me clean up. Alright, just remember that you get everything that you need to make these beautiful cards. You get all your adhesive, your embellishments, your ink, your stamp sets. Every month you'll get a stamp set. Every month you'll get a ink pad. So it's a really, really good deal. It really is, you guys. And if you're not already a member, now is the time to join. We're going to have our sale starting tomorrow. And you don't want to miss it. You just don't. How was that? Did y'all like that? I did. I hope you liked our card that we made as well, besides Paper Pumpkin. Yeah, this one was a lot of fun using the pastels on the flowers. So, all right, everybody. If you have any questions about any of the promotions going on, certainly shoot me a text or message, or any way you want to contact me through Facebook Live or YouTube. Just jot a question down and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. If you know, I am streaming over to YouTube, so you can go over there and subscribe so you don't miss anything on that as well, if you like watching things on YouTube. So I hope you guys have a great week, a happy 4th of July. Yesterday, Don't forget, lots of things going on tomorrow. We have our bonus day sales, paper pumpkin sales, clearance rack refill, new online exclusive with some fun Christmassy kind of products, and then our new kit that's coming out, online kit. So go ahead and get on over there tomorrow for sure. You don't want to miss anything. And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much. See y'all then. Bye bye.